The more that I've been practicing and exposing A.U.Fire to the market, I'm starting to see that the actual accepted everyday training in law enforcement is the actual training scar. Like we did just recently down in Texas at the Alert Training Center, which is the active shooter training center, I think the biggest one in the country. We did a car ambush scenario. We had an SUV and we sat the officer in the driver's seat and we said, okay, here's the deal. You just finished a radio call and you went and you parked somewhere and you're going to be writing your reports or putting notes in the computer, and you're just sitting here. So he's obviously holstered. And I go, look, you're going to get ambushed. It could come from several places, but it's going to happen. And that very first round is going to go rip through your bicep. It's going to crush that bone. It's going to tear open that artery. You have a massive artery bleed on the first round. You need to respond accordingly. Now, they weren't wearing A.U.Fire, so I would tell them we had some of them with A.U.Fire and some without, but this guy's not wearing it. So I tell them, so as soon as you hear gunshots, you cannot use that arm. Pretend it is gone. You everything with your offhand. So our suspect steps out. We have a gunshot box. He's cracking off rounds. He's pointing a gun at the officer as if rounds are going through the windshield. And the officer immediately goes and pulls his gun out with his right hand out of his holster, punches out, and starts returning fire out the window. And I have to yell at him, that arm's down, right arm's down, right arm's down. And then he transfers over and then he shoots, and now he's got to get out of the car. So he transfers it back to his primary hand. He uses his left hand out of the car, runs to the back, has to reload, tries to use two hands to reload, re-engages the suspect. And I had to tell him multiple times not to use his right hand. And this happened with multiple trainees.
Right.
And this became obvious to me that when this happens in real life, he has never had to problem solve where that arm is for real out of the picture.
Right.
He's subconsciously, he's depending on that primary weapon hand to be functional.